Here you have the beginning of the assignment. You're going to be gesturally drawing clay figures. First, you're going to start out by getting your materials together. You're going to need a 9 by 12 piece of newsprint, and you're going to need some 2 pieces of white paper, a pencil, brush, water cup, plastic container top, and some black paint. Okay? Now, your first piece of paper, newsprint, needs to be folded in half, or you can make a line on it. Okay? I'm fine with that. Your first piece of white paper needs to be folded into 8 equidistant things. Your second piece of white paper needs to be folded like this. You're going to end up with 2 large rectangles here, and then you're going to have 4 smaller ones. These 2 and the 2 on the back of the paper should be used for your final drawings. First you're going to do is you're going to gesturally draw these drawings, okay? And you're going to learn how other people draw. And this is a reclining figure. Spend no more than 3 minutes on it, and you're using pencil only. Then you go to this figure. 3 minutes on this. This guy has his head down, sitting. And then you have a figure who looks like she's praying or looking at her hands, or it's a man. I don't know who it is, but you're going to draw this, okay? This is very gestural. Okay? Now, your final drawings, you're going to using the clay figure photographs below on the next page. Just create 28. You'll have 28 squares on your paper. 1 minute each. 8 drawings on each side of the first paper, and using both sides of the paper, fold your paper lengthwise. Look up here to this direction. This is what it should look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you have this. Follow these directions. Okay? Thank you. I'm not going to read everything. When you're done, you are going to have 3 sheets of paper. You're going to photograph all of them, and you're going to save them. Now, these are the pictures that you are going to be drawing. So you're going to start out your drawing by, you're going to divide your paper in half like that, okay? And you're going to make your first drawing of the figure, the reclining figure, right? And so you're going to be gestural. I'm looking at the basic forms of the actual object, the picture, okay? And I'm being gestural here, right? And you've got all these different shapes, like a triangle shape here, you got a curve, okay? You've got the shoulder here, okay? And these are gestural drawings, and they probably used, I don't know, graphite stick. I don't know, it looks like a pencil, or could be made out of, I don't know, okay? Here's her hair. So she's wearing some sort of hat, possibly. I don't know. There's kind of hair coming over here, right? And then the arm comes down. And you're doing this because you are figuring out your shapes. There's all these different shapes that make up, like this would be the thigh of the person, right? And this is the arm. This is coming up, and you spend 3 minutes on this drawing. Okay, 3 minutes, and you're starting to understand how somebody else draws, and that's very important because that's how we learn. And I'm showing you my interpretation of how this person drew, and it was very good because there's information, but it's very, how can I say it? It works with the different planes of these are contours here, and adding value, and where there's shadow, here's a shadow here, her arm, right? And then you can see the curve, right? And this is coming up in the forearm here, and this is the hand coming up like that. Just like you did with the other hand that had the planes on it. This has planes of, or facets, right? And you're, depending on where you put your lights and darks, you will create a sense of weight. Right here, there's weight because there's this. She's lying on the ground, right? And there's detail, like there's the sleeve here, right? And it's not going to look exactly like the drawing. It doesn't have to, but I want you to learn. There's all different gestures. You use the side of your pencil here, right? And this is the hand, and it's coming up like this, right? And there's fingers. You can actually see fingers. Okay, so you can make that a little darker. That's darker here. And you're learning. You're learning how somebody else does something. And these are 3-minute drawings. All right? 3 minutes. And you don't need an eraser. Right? No erasers. Erasers. No erasers. And you put the detail into her little ponytail or something like that she's got going on here. And you're trying to get your proportions correct here. You got the back of the calf muscle here and the shadow. Right? And that comes down. And it's not going to be perfect. I'm falling off the edge of my page. But, okay, so when you're done with that, and there's still some information I can put in here. When you're done with that, then you go on to your next one, which is the man sitting. Okay, and I'm just going to get you started on this. He's sitting, right? And you are going to be drawing a variation of this using the photographs that I have, right? Now, I'm just hashing out the forms, okay? You're going to do this. This is going to be a 3-minute drawing. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just showing you how to get started on it. His head is bowed over. You can see his nose or whatever. Okay? You're capturing the gesture. He's got his feet over here. His feet are over here. Okay, and he's sitting on something. There's something he's sitting on, right? Okay? This is 3 minutes. I want to see 3 minutes on this. Okay? It's got to have... This is 3 minutes, okay? Almost 3 minutes, I believe, okay? And then you're going to do the final one, which is the figure of the woman, okay? This is okay? And you really see the weight, and you're going to go and do 3 minutes on this as well, okay? And if she's praying, I don't know what she's doing, but I did a variation of this on my sculpture, okay? You're going to spend 3 minutes on this as well, okay? You're going to see a face. It's just generalized form. And you see where the weight is on here. So I chose these amazing things. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes. Okay. And this is 3 minutes. Okay. So on your first drawing, which is to be about a minute, you've got this figure and she's kneeling. And she looks like she's praying, right? It's the praying figure, okay? And you're quickly gesture drawing, okay? And hair is coming down here, hair, eyes, okay, her mouth, okay, it's coming around here, hairs, right? And you're quickly working on this, trying to figure out the gesture and the shadow. There's shadow here. Now, in this drawing, after you're done with all your drawings, I'm going to want you to go back with your brush. You have a brush. You have some paint, not too much, okay? Black or a dark color. You can use a blue, I don't care. Something dark, right? And here I'm getting the gesture, right? Now, the next thing is you've got water, you've got a little cup of water, okay, and you've got your paint. And you're not going to use a lot of it, okay? You're going to put out a little itty bit, there you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. Do not waste your paint, because all you're doing is going to accentuate. Put some water in there. Okay, put some water in there and you get a nice gray in there on your water. Okay, and now you go in and say, okay, where were the darks here, right? And you can get a little, if you want it a little darker, you can go in there. Okay, and so here I am accentuating a couple of things, and you're being gestural with your brush. Okay, you're being gestural, and she's got these things here that went out like that. Look, I'm building it. Okay, and then here's her mouth, right? And then here's her eyes, right? And you're doing a better job. You can use your small brush. I like the small brush. You get to learn how to control your material, your water, okay? And try not to use too much black. Thin it out. Thin out your stuff. Okay, thin it out. Thin your material out, right? And you just want to have, and if it's darker in here, because there's shadow, then put that shadow in here. If there's shadow over here, put some shadow in there. And you're slowly building your whole thing. And then her hands are important, right? Right? And just put a little bit extra time in on that. And she's kneeling on the ground. So the ground has some, she's on the ground, and here, that was coming back like that. And then you can, do something with the background. So you don't need a big brush to do this. And just a little bit of black. That's all you need. And there you go. You have done you put a little color in, a little value in there, and you're starting to learn. Now, remember, you do not need a lot of material. Do not use a lot of material, only a little bit. And then later, if this dries out, you can go back to it and put some more water into it, and you can reuse it. You have limited materials in this class, so please be conservative in everything you do.